Hey guys, it's me Joy and welcome back to my channel. I am truly so happy to have y'all joining me for this fun and exciting video. Oh my goodness, as you can see from the title, Top 10 Things You Want to Know About Me. This is going to be really fun. I have been working on putting this together for all of you. I actually had to memorize my top 10 list because I have no way to go off of. I don't have a second phone with me to read off of, so I've had to memorize in order the way I want to put it. I put them in order, and so we're gonna see how this goes. But I'm talking about me, so it should be pretty easy. But yeah, so I hope you guys are gonna, make sure you stick to the end because we're gonna be talking about some fun things. We're gonna be talking about my relationship with my daughters and some fun memories that I have with them and an update on them. We're gonna be talking about my fragrances. Oh my goodness, I love perfume. Where I'm from, my favorite memories as a child, and oh my goodness, and the coolest moments, there's two of them that you won't believe that happened to me. I cannot wait to share with you. It's really good, I promise. So good. All right, so let's dive into this video and let's learn more about me. All right, number one, y'all want to know my full name. I don't think I have ever said my full name, but in my maiden name. So we'll just put it out there. I'm going to say my full entire name, including my middle name, with my maiden and my last name. So here we go. My name is Joy LaDawn Rouse Ross. Yeah, LaDawn is my middle name and Rouse is my maiden name. So I didn't go far from Rouse to Ross. But Rouse is spelled like house, but instead of an H, you just put an R. So R-O-U-S-E. Rouse Ross. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Oh, so it gets even cooler because my sisters, I have two sisters, Leah and Laura. We all have middle names that rhyme. Okay? So my oldest sister's name is Laura. She's a year and 5 days older than me. And then my little sister's name is Leah. And I'm Joy. So I'm the only odd name that didn't fit. But our middle names do go together. So my parents, I think, were a little crazy whenever they were naming us as we came along. So my oldest sister, her middle name is Dion, like Celine Dion. And then I came along and my mama named me LaDawn. So Dion, LaDawn. And then my little sister, my mom had a little fun with the name because she wanted to kind of give her a little bit of her name because my mom's name is Rhonda. And so she named my little sister LaRon. She almost named her LaRonda, but she named her LaRon. So it rhymes. So Dion, LaDawn, LaRon. Laura, Dion, Joy, LaDawn, Leah, LaRon. Dion, LaDawn, LaRon. It's really cute. Yeah, what do you think? You like it? Yeah, so you spell my middle name L-A capital D-A-W-N. Yeah, so two capitals in my name. Really special. And so since my sisters and I were all aunties, yeah, we all have children, so our names that our kids call us are all rhyming, or they all go together. So it's Laura, she is Lala, and then I am Jojo, and then Leah is Lily. So Lala, Jojo, Lily. I know, we're a little crazy, but it's so cute. I love it so much. So, and then Rouse Ross, yeah, actually up until last year, I had my last name on my ID as Rouse. I never changed it to Ross. I've always been Joy Rouse. And so last year I finally made the change, and I decided when I got my new ID that I would hyphenate my name. And so on my ID, my name is Joy Rouse Ross. So when I fly, it's Rouse Ross. Rouse Ross. People talk about it all the time. Rouse Ross, Rouse Ross, Rouse Ross. It's rah, 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 rah. But it's my name, and I'm proud of my name, and I love my name, and I'm glad that I didn't have to go far from Rouse to Ross, and it's just a part of my story, and I love it so much. So there you go, a little bit of insight into my name and my sisters. So number 2, where I'm from. Let's just get into that one. We are already on the sister thing. So I, of course, live right now in the Portland, Oregon area, and I've lived here since 2000, and I did go back to Texas for a couple of years in the past 24 years, but for the most part have lived here in the Portland, Oregon area and Washington State. But I started off my life, y'all, I'm a Southern girl. I know I say y'all, but I used to have a Southern accent, but I have had it worked out of me over the years, unfortunately, because I miss my Southern accent. But I still have say y'all. But I am an Arkansas girl. I was born in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Yeah, any of my Arkansas friends out there, y'all comment in the comment section, that'll be fun. Fort Smith, and then we moved to South Arkansas as well, and I actually was living in Arkansas when I first was diagnosed with my eye disease, uveitis, which is arthritis of the eyes. I was diagnosed at the age of 3 in Arkansas, but then our family decided to move. My family is in the ministry. My mom and dad were in the ministry, and so we traveled a lot. People would say, oh, did y'all travel because your dad's in the military? No, we traveled a lot because my dad was in the ministry, the other M word. So we traveled to Texas. We lived in Dallas, Texas for around my kindergarten, first grade year. And then we moved to Louisiana, right outside New Orleans, right there in New Orleans, Slidell, Louisiana for a little bit. And then we moved on down to South Mississippi, or as I have always called it growing up, Mississippi. We're too just, too lazy to say the whole word. It's just Mississippi. I grew up in South Mississippi, and Mississippi, yeah. And that's where my family's from, my dad's family's from, my granny. And I had, the most amazing childhood there in Mississippi. Well, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the next number on my list. But we moved from South Mississippi the end of my 8th grade year, and we moved to Baltimore, Maryland. My dad took a church there to be the music pastor and associate pastor of. And I went to my 4 years of high school in Baltimore, Perry Hall High School, in Baltimore, and my first year of college. So, and then after that, we moved back to Texas, to Fort Worth, Texas, and that is the place where I met my husband on a blind date. Funny, yeah. And then after that, I got married, and he and I moved to Portland, Oregon to begin our life together. And that's kind of where I'm from a little bit of all over. And but I loved moving around because I got to experience different cultures and different, just different environments and different areas just feel different. And I'm truly grateful that I was able to get to see different parts of the country growing up. Okay, moving on to number 3. Number 3, we are going to talk about my favorite childhood memories. Oh my goodness, I love talking about my favorite memories of growing up. I can see it in my mind. When I talk about these memories, y'all, I'm envisioning them in my head in like color and in detail. So it's very satisfying for me to be able to share, because I don't get to look at photos or videos, like you do. So I get to go back into my mind and down memory lane, and so this is really fun. So one of my first memories I want to share with you that I just love is when I was around 5 years old. I had an eye surgery. I was going in for another eye surgery. I had several eye surgeries when I was a kid. And I was going in for an eye surgery, and my mom made this thing up where she goes, every time you have to have an eye surgery, she goes, and you have to go into the hospital, she goes, we get to buy you a new nightgown. I loved nightgowns, and I didn't like just regular boring nightgowns. My nightgowns were absolutely gorgeous and frilly and ruffly and satiny, and oh my goodness, down to my ankles, I was a girly girl, a princess girl. And so I remember this one time we went to the department store, and we found this beautiful nightgown with a robe, a matching robe, and it was lavender, and it was this silky, stretchy kind of material. It was kind of had some gauzy parts on it, lace on it, and satin, and the gown underneath was kind of a short sleeve, simple kind of this pretty long gown, and then it had the beautiful robe that went on top, and it had lace. I could feel it on my shoulders, the lace, and then the purple satin ribbon that tied here at the chest, and it was so beautiful. Well, my mom, we wanted matching panties, so we went to this boutique. She took me to this boutique, and we found lavender ruffle panties, the ruffles on the booty and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, I remember that day so well, and we found these panties, and I was so proud of my nightgown, and I was excited to go into the hospital because I got to wear my nightgown. And I mean, that was a really good way of making me excited about a surgery. Just give me fashion, give me something, to wear and to get dressed up in, and I will, change my tune about it and make it a joyous occasion. So that was that. But I grew up in South Mississippi, in Lumberton, Mississippi. I grew up where we were living in the country, in the woods. We had a big field out in the back, and my dad built this tree house. So we could have, oh my gosh, we had so much fun. It was not a normal tree house. It was like a house that was built on the ground next to a tree, under a tree, and it was like 2 stories tall, and it had monkey bars and like just a play area at the top of the treehouse, and then it had a platform that jutted off the top of the platform, like a, I don't know, 4 foot by 3 foot maybe platform on the top. And my dad had got a rope and a hammer or something. He threw it, and he got it knot tied in the top of one of the branches, and he tied ski handles, 2 sets of ski handles to the rope, and then he would pull the rope up to the side of us on the platform, and we would stand on the platform. No railings, crazy blind girl on this thing, and we'd hold onto the handlebars, and we go 1, 2, 3, and we'd jump off the side of it. And like if we did 2 at a time, so one would jump off and would pull the other one off, and then we would spin. It was going downhill in the woods. It was an opening, and we were swinging about 20 feet off the ground. I was told it was around 20 feet off the ground, and we were twirling around each other, like, oh my gosh, spinning, and twirling like an ice skater, like going super fast. Oh, spinning. We had so much fun, and I remember that I used to love to go upside down on it. So if I went off by myself, I would flip myself upside down and hang upside down while I'm swinging around in circles down this hill 20 feet off the ground. I was a little girl who loved adventure. I'm still that way to this day. That has been me. I remember one time I had an eye surgery. My dad had just made the tree swing, and I was like, I want to go on it. My sisters were going on it, and I wanted to go on it so bad. Well, my dad let me go on it. My mama would never have, because I just had eye surgery. My eye was patched up, and but my daddy didn't know any better, so he let me on it. Well, my eye started bleeding after I swung on the swing. But again, nothing was going to keep me, not even a surgery of my sore eye, and being blind, because I had my good eye bandaged up. But I'm like, nothing was going to stop me from going on that swing. And it was, and all of our friends loved it. We were so popular with all the friends, and we had lots of parties and lots of fun stuff. Yeah, and so that was one of my favorite memories. Oh my goodness, crazy, right? Crazy. I actually have video footage of this. If I could find and get digitalized, I would love to share it with y'all, because y'all would love watching me do this. One of my other favorite memories is riding a 4-wheeler in the country. Y'all know about 4-wheelers. Well, I drove my 4-wheeler all over the fields, everywhere, down the hills and the gravel road, and nothing stopped Blind Joy from doing anything I wanted to do. Where there's a will, there is a way. Some of our friends enjoyed playing a game with me because I couldn't see well to drive. Towards it's getting darker outside, and they decided, let's let the blind girl drive us and we'll close our eyes. Seriously, I would drive, with my low vision, and they would close their eyes and go for a joyride. Yeah, fun and crazy. But we turned the four-wheeler over one time. I remember I flipped it over one time, but we were okay. But then I was moving through the timeline, favorite memories. I became a varsity cheerleader at the end of my 8th grade year. I've always wanted to be a cheerleader, and I overcame the odds and was able to make the team, the squad, and I was so excited, y'all. My outfit was to die for. I loved my cheerleading uniform. It was red, black, and white, my favorite colors. Like, my nails are red, and I'm wearing black. So it was my favorite colors, and we were the Panthers. And I had such a cute uniform. I wanted to be a cheerleader just to wear the uniform. Go figure. Joy loving, outfits so much. Yeah, that's what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. And I remember getting measured for my uniform, and I remember holding my shoulders far back because I had to put my fingertips down on my sides of my legs, and the skirt couldn't be any shorter than your fingertips. So I made my fingertips a little shorter, so I could have a shorter skirt. And oh my gosh, that's joy. Yeah, again, I've never changed. I've always been the same growing up. But I love that. I didn't get to actually be a varsity cheerleader throughout high school because we had moved to Baltimore. But I got to go to cheerleading camp and got to experience that, and that was just amazing, so amazing. Fast forward to high school. Went to high school. We were called Southern Belles in school because we had our strong Southern accent. And in high school, I was in choirs and that sort of thing. I loved singing was our life. And I also went into drill team, dance team in high school. I was in 2 dance teams, one that did halftime basketball shows for colleges. We did halftime college basketball shows, and the other was where I danced on the football field with a marching band. And I did both of those things, and I loved it. I remember, advocating for myself because they weren't sure how I was going to do it with my limited eyesight. But I had my own ways and techniques and skills that I developed. And I was on the field and marching with these big pom-poms, and I could only see the girl in front of me and the girl behind me. And so I would measure the distance and try to keep an even distance, but I couldn't see the details. Like, I couldn't see what they looked like, the girls. I couldn't see the drum majors. I couldn't see anything at all except what was right next to me. And I was able to manage to do that. And I walked in between the instruments, the trombone, the tuba, I remember, and Mark just going through the band and dancing at the front of the front lines. Oh my goodness, I had a blast. Well, my senior year of high school, I auditioned and became the co-captain of my dance team, and I had to fight for that because they didn't think that I would be able to do it. But I've been working hard all my life to prove people wrong, and I was able to do those things. Isn't that so cool? So amazing. I have so many wonderful memories, and there's just so much. But one of my favorite childhood memories, though, is singing with my family. I was raised in the singing family and ministry family, and with my parents and my sisters. My mom played piano, my dad played bass guitar, and we've traveled and sang all over the South all my life, and that has been wonderful to have the experience of singing and performing and on stage, and learning. I have good posture because I've had to learn how to perform and stand on stage, and then learning how to engage with people and give eye contact when I couldn't see to give eye contact. I had to learn that from stage and from performing. And so But one of the wonderful things about performing is getting to wear these beautiful dresses. My sisters and I have always matched and coordinated, and and my granny in Mississippi made all of our outfits and our dresses, our beautiful dresses, and we got to go to like the fabric store, and we would pick out the pattern. We'd look through the book and pick out their outfits that we wanted, and then we got to go and pick out the fabric to go for on the outfit, and it taught me a lot about fashion as a child. You know, getting to really design these outfits and bringing them to life. And my granny did a beautiful job, but I loved, as a child, I love beautiful things. I love clothes that coordinated, and I matched everything together from head to toe, and it's something that, you know, is a part of who I am, and I am like that to this day. So moving on, okay, so that was that. So we're on number 4. Number 4 is my coolest memories, you guys, that you will not believe. The coolest favorite memories you will not believe. Okay, so first of all, when I was 19 years old, I opened up with my sisters. We opened up for Faith Hill and Tim McGraw in Baltimore, Maryland, at a big outdoor country music festival. We sang before 18 to 20,000 people, and it was amazing. We got to meet Faith Hill and Tim, and we sang for them. I remember singing for her out by her bus and just hanging out with her, and she was so sweet. And this is back when Faith and Tim were just dating. They were about to come out to announce that they're an item, and so they were together backstage, and we got to see them together, and then we got to have our photo made with Tim. And I remember what he was wearing that day. He was wearing a red shirt, a red t-shirt and jeans, and a red bandana. He looked so handsome. Yeah, oh my gosh, so cool. And us girls, we were wearing these red dresses. They were sleeveless, fit and flare, short dress with black strappy heels, and our long dark hair. And my sisters and I are just, we're very petite, very similar looking. People actually thought, everyone has always thought we were triplets because we look so much alike and we dress alike. We love the same fashion, and we, you know, I think we liked the attention that we got, being that we looked alike too, so that was fun. You know, we got noticed a lot, and we were a group, so we sang, so it was natural to do that. But we were on this big stage, this humongous stage. I remember seeing it right now, and it had a catwalk that came out from the stage, and there was a smaller stage at the end, and we would walk down the catwalk. I cannot imagine doing that now, but walking down the catwalk so confidently, and no one would have ever known that I had a visual impairment, that I was partially blind. But I was good at fooling people and not embracing it, but it's okay. That was a different Joy, the Joy who didn't want people to know that she was blind, but I made it work for me, and for that time. But we performed on the smaller stage. We had choreography. We loved, you know, we loved Faith Hill. We loved Reba McEntire. We loved Shania Twain. So we did a lot of that kind of music, and we did choreography, dance choreography with our performing. I think I have a video that I can share on my channel here. With us, you can see us dancing at an Opry we were performing at one time. But yeah, so it was so much cool, so cool, so much fun. We, you know, got to hang out. Sammy Kershaw was another band that we got to hang out with, and that we opened up for. And I mean, but what do you think? Like, can you imagine like what that would be like? And just to meet, we love Faith Hill. She was such an idol, and she was so huge at that time. And she's so beautiful. And I remember seeing her, and it was just one of the most amazing memories. Funny story. This is a funny story. I want to share this because it goes with that story. After it was over that night, I had a boyfriend, and I got in the car with him, and so we were making out in the car, and this is funny. It's going to be funny. So we were making out, and we were all, the family and all of our friends were all going to Denny's to celebrate, you know, and to hang out. And so we were on our way to Denny's. So we had left, and we were heading to Denny's, and we got pulled over by a state trooper. Yeah, this would be probably one of my most embarrassing moments, but it goes with this one. I just had to share it. But we got pulled over, and the cop came over and, you know, asked us, you know, I think he was speeding or something, and asked what we're doing. And I told him that I performed at the Country Music Festival and opened up for Faith and Tim. And, you know, he was like, okay. And he goes, hold on a second, let me get, I gotta get my friend or something. So he ended up radioing somebody else, and there was all these cops because there was so much traffic coming out of the venue. And then another cop and another cop, I don't remember, there was several cops that pulled up, and they had to come over to see my boyfriend. They had us, we didn't know what they were doing. And they were all laughing and looking at us and laughing, and found out that he had lipstick on his face. And they were laughing at the red lipstick all over his face. Anyway, that was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And no, in the moment I was dying, like, oh my God. But it was funny. Number 2 coolest memory, though, that you will not believe, is the day that my sisters and I were at Six Flags over Texas, and we got to meet Britney Spears band, and we hung out with them in their hotel. Seriously. So we were hanging out, getting ready. We were getting ready for the concert to start, and we didn't have tickets, so we were standing outside the venue, and we were just hanging out there. We were dressed alike. Let me paint the picture for you. So we all look very similar, and we had on these blue, royal blue tube top. They're crop tops, you know, like the Britney Spears kind of thing, and crop tops, so it showed our stomach, our abdomen. And then we had on these really short, like, black shorts. They were low rise, you know, remember the low rise? And so and we had pretty tans and everything. So we got, there was these guys that were over near us. Like I said, this was before the concert started, and these guys started talking to us girls, and we ended up, like, as we were chatting with them, and they were talking about, like, why are y'all dressed alike, and, like, what is y'all's deal, you know, and we told them that we sing and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, come to find out, they're Britney Spears band. And then they asked us if we wanted to hang out after the concert was over. And so we're like, oh my gosh, yes, we would love to hang out. So we drove to the hotel, and the Crescent Hotel in Dallas, and we went up to their hotel room. These, you know, 3 pretty girls, and we went up to their hotel room, and we had told our parents, we called our parents and told them what we were about to do. And this is back when there was no cell phone, you know. And so, wait, yeah, we had a cell phone, that's right, we did have a cell phone, but, you know, not our smartphones, but, you know, we were able to let them know what we're doing. And we went to the hotel, and we went up to the room, and we hung out and just had so much fun. And we had soda, and I couldn't see anything happening in the room, but my sister said that they didn't see any alcohol. We were all so young. So my sister was 21, I was 20, and my sister Leah was 16. And so anyway, we ended up hanging out with the band and the dancers for Britney, and we just had so much fun. They were playing music, they were singing. We just had so much fun that night. And then they invited us if we wanted to go to the club with them, but of course we couldn't do that. But how cool is that, you know? And Britney was across the room, across the hall, they said. But anyway, too bad we didn't get to meet her, but at least we got to party with her band and the dancers. How many people can actually say that they did something that cool? Pretty cool, right? Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5, I think we're going to talk about my favorite job I had growing up. So I haven't had a lot of work experience growing up. I've worked at Michael's Arts and Crafts, as a bow maker, worked in the floral department, that sort of thing. I've done babysitting. I was a vocal coach in Texas as well. So I had students. I had a lot of students, and I really enjoyed working with kids. And there were a lot of pageant girls and Opry girls. And so I worked with them on not just voice, but on stage presence and microphone technique. So I worked out, out of my home, and I did that. But my very favorite job, and it's so fun, was when I worked at the Texas State Fair. The Texas State Fair. I was a life-size baby, like toddler little girl. I was an exhibit, basically a walking exhibit, for show at the Texas State Fair. I was in a big pram, so a big carriage stroller, and I got to sit in this pram, and I was all dressed up like a little girl, and I had my hair in pony and pigtails. I had pretty makeup on because I'm not going without my pretty makeup, and then I had on this little baby doll, little cute outfit. It was like a little dress when it had white bloomers underneath, so it was like a shorter little piece. It was super cute and pastel, I remember, and I wore it with white ruffle socks and white tennis shoes, white tennies, and get this, I was in the stroller, but guess who was pushing my pram? It was my nanny, and my nanny was on stilts. That's right, my nanny was on stilts, and she was all dressed very much like a bonnet and apron kind of dress, and she had this umbrella that she would use, and she would hold it as she pushed, and she would use the umbrella if she needed to use it with a crowd, because we would get a big crowd would gather around. We called me Baby, so they would gather around Baby, and some men enough, so guys like that. So she would use the umbrella to kind of bat it, to nudge people to get away from Baby. But it was so much fun because we got treats from all the vendors and stuff like that. They would give us food, and so I got to eat while I was working, and I got to sit there. I had a big rattle and everything in the stroller that I would, that I would hold, and people could get their photo taken with Baby. And I did this also with my sister. So there was 3 weeks of this Texas State Fair, and we took turns each week being the baby. So we all three got to be the baby, and we made $3,000. We made $1,000 a piece doing this every day at the fair, and it was one of the most coolest experiences of my life. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a cool experience, but it was one of my favorite job for sure. Yeah, isn't that awesome? How cool is that when you love to witness me in a stroller with my nanny on stilts walking around the Texas State Fair? That was very very awesome to see. So okay, so we just did that one. Number 6, y'all, is my favorite and least favorite foods. I have so much here to share because I am not the best eater, and I know a lot of you have asked me about what I eat and my fitness routine and all. I mean, I have a fitness routine. I just don't eat very healthy. I am the most picky. Well, not the most. I am a picky eater, y'all. Let's see here. We'll get into that. I've never had a salad. I've never had a salad in my whole life. Yeah. So I love, my favorite food is Mexican. I love all things Mexican. Yum, yum, yum. I love chips and salsa, spicy hot salsa and queso, but I love Mexican food. It's my comfort food. But since I'm from the South, I love my Southern fried chicken, chicken strips, mashed potatoes, gravy. I love brown gravy a lot, and French fries. Corn, rolls. I love really yummy rolls and biscuits, biscuits and gravy. That is some of my favorite foods. But yeah, some of my favorite places I've always loved to eat. This is my comfort food, is like Popeyes. I love Burger King. I love KFC. I mean, I like regular restaurants as well, but I am really not. I don't eat a lot, but I do. When I do eat, I eat what makes me happy. I eat the things that make me happy. I love a great filet mignon. I love that peppercorn filet mignon. I'm getting hungry just talking about this. I love, what else do I love? I love teriyaki sauce. I love teriyaki on everything, on so much. I dip my French fries in teriyaki. I love teriyaki chicken and rice, and I eat udon noodles. I do love soups, and I do like pho. I do like that too. Trying to think of all the things that I do like, because I think pizza, I'll eat pizza, pepperoni pizza. I like, yeah, so that's about it. Oh, I like turkey. I like white meat, only white meat turkey. What are the things I eat? Yeah, so we've come to the end of the road for the things that I like, pretty much. The things that I don't like is a lot longer of a list. So like I said, I don't like salad. I've never eaten a salad. I've never tried a salad. I've thought about that might be maybe a fun video to do when Blind Joy tries salad for the first time. It's all about texture for me. It's a lot about smell and about texture. Being completely blind for me is about the way things feel in my mouth and the temperature of things. I don't like cold food. I don't enjoy eating things that are cold, but I like salsa, right? I like my salsa, but I don't like the chunky kind of salsa. It's hard for me to eat because of the texture. But I've tried a few things. I've tried some things, but it's hard for me to get over my fears of things that taste really bad. I tried ranch the other day on accident for the first time. I was at Red Robin, and I had to ask for teriyaki sauce for my fries, and they had brought me ranch and didn't bring me the teriyaki, and I put this fry in my mouth, and I was like, I was like gagging. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so gross. Like, what in the heck? Yeah, so it was not fun. So but yeah, I don't eat dessert. I don't eat sweets. I'm not a sweet person. I'm not a sweet person. I'm just joking. I don't eat ice cream. I don't like pies or cakes or anything basically that sweet. I just am not a fan of it. I drink my coffee black. I love strong coffee, and yeah, you know, my girls, when I was pregnant with my daughters were pretty much, they were raised on powdered donuts. I did like them back then. Powdered donuts and Burger King is basically what my kids were raised on. And Fruit Loops. Oh yeah, Fruit Loops. I love Fruit Loops. And they turned out really lovely and healthy. Lovely and healthy. But y'all, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for me. Food is a struggle, but it's okay. I'm growing. I'm learning to eat new things all the time. I am trying new things. I am forcing myself to try, because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that grown-up kid that says, oh, I just don't eat that. Ew, I don't like that. I don't want to be that way. So I am making strides to trying new things, and instead of just saying no, and hopes that I'll find something maybe that I will like. And yeah, so that's that one. Okay, so moving on, we are on number 7. Am I on the right one number? Oh, I think we skipped one. Okay, we'll just do this. I don't remember what number we're on now, but my favorite music, you guys. My favorite music. I love music so much. It's been a part of my whole life, as you can hear through my stories. Music has given me strength. It's given me motivation. It makes me happy. It fills my heart with such warmth and beauty. My favorite music to listen to, that I listen to all the time, is love songs. Go figure, right? I love love songs. I identify with love songs. I love the lyrics of love. I feel passion, just such passion and emotion through love songs, and it just warms my soul when I hear these beautiful melodies. I love the beautiful slow melodies and songs, and I love so many different artists with love songs. It can be anything from the 70s to today, you know. But yeah, so I love love songs. I love Black gospel, Kirk Franklin, Hezekiah Walker. Yeah, I am a huge fan of Black gospel because, again, I love music that makes you feel. I love the soul. I love the passion. I love that heart in music. I love it when people express their love for someone in songs, and love for God. And so Black gospel is one of my favorites. Also, Southern gospel is what I was raised on. I love to listen to that Southern gospel because it reminds me of my childhood and beautiful memories of my past, and it's very cozy and inviting, and it makes you feel homey. So I love that. I switch it up a little bit. I love the Foo Fighters. I love rock. I love Green Day. I just went to a Green Day concert not too long ago here in Portland, and that was amazing. And the Smashing Pumpkins. So I love rock music. I love everything from the 80s to the 90s to today. And I love electric guitar, and I love those power ballad from the 80s rock guitars. I love it so much. But I love the 90s. I love the 90s country. I love 90s music, Britney Spears, you know, Backstreet, NSYNC, you know, I love all of that. And yeah, so my favorite artist of all time is Mariah Carey. She is my absolute favorite. And again, back to the heart and that soul and that emotion. She puts so much into her singing, and I can just identify with her emotion when she sings, and it moves me, and it makes me cry, actually. I love her 90s song, a lot of her 90s music. Vision of Love is one of my absolute favorite songs. But I love all different artists, and Michael Bublé is one of my favorites as well. Yeah, but I love Elton John is one of my absolute favorites. He's one of my artists on my bucket list I want to see one day, hopefully. So yeah, just amazing artists. I love Whitney Houston. She's my favorite, one of my favorite artists next to Mariah Carey and Celine Dion. So all of that music, you can kind of understand like what I love and what I listen to, and what truly makes me happy. All right, moving on. So we're not sure the number, but let's move on to my favorite fragrances. I love fragrances from all over the world. I have about 200 of them, and they're right over there. And there's so many fragrances that I find joy in. Fragrance is how I see. One of the ways how I see and how I feel and how I live. I put on fragrance every day to match either the attitude that I have and I feel, or to change my attitude and the way I feel. It is transformative. It truly is. It can change your thoughts. It can change your emotions. It can give you memories. It can trigger moments wonderful, beautiful moments in life, and that's for me is important. I can smell a fragrance and remember where I wore that, remember a vacation or a special memory with my daughters or something. So I love my fragrances. My favorite fragrances is Oud, O-U-D, Oud. It's a fragrance that's found in the Middle East, and it's very gorgeous. If you ever get to smell oud, you definitely need to. I love tobacco scent. I love woodsy, spicy scents. I love scents that have leather notes, leather in them. I love like the sandalwood. I love the darker scents. I also love the darker scents if you mix it with, say, a rose. That's so beautiful. Or the darker scents and you mix it with tobacco. It makes it a little sweeter. I love vanilla. I love bakery kind of scents. Coffee. Oh my goodness, the pastries. I love all of those kind of scents. I'm not a big floral fan, unless the floral is mixed with my dark scents. It's got to be mixed. Some of my favorite perfume houses are Bond Number 9. I love Kilian, Le Labo. Oh my gosh, what is it, Kilian? Yeah, is it Kilian, Le Labo? Kirk Dijon, Francis, Maison Francis. He does the Baccarat, you might have heard of. The Le Labo does the Santal 33, you might have heard of, it's kind of famous. I love that one, Santal 33. But I have so many, I'm looking over at them. Montal is another brand. I have a lot of Montals. Serge Lutens. I can't think, there's so many. I have so many fragrances, but Tom Ford. Yeah, did I say that yet? Yeah, anyway, so many of my those are my favorites, some of my favorites, and I get the honor and the pleasure every day of touching each bottle, and I know them by the way they feel and the way they smell, and I'm able to like feel and go, which one do I want to wear today? Which one am I feeling today? And I'm truly so blessed that I have the ability to get so many options, and I have that luxury for me to enjoy, because it is truly one of my happy moments to be able to always wear a different fragrance and for a different moment in time. Okay, so then I think we're moving to number 9. Number 9 is going to be my favorite memories with my daughters. So Isabella and Georgiana are my beautiful girls, and I have so many wonderful memories with my children. And I was thinking about this and trying to think of what would I want to share with all of you. And that is, some of my favorite memories with my daughters is actually singing with them. Again, back to the singing. Music is in my blood, and I have passed it to my daughters, and it's in their blood, and they love it. And those are some of my wonderful memories. If you want to see my girls and I sing, if you haven't heard us sing, you can go to my playlist on my channel. You can find it under the Ross Family videos. Enjoy Ross Singing. You can find videos of us singing and performing, and I have some of my wonderful memories have been creating videos for all of you, like singing videos. It's just I'm so grateful that I have those moments on film that I've created for all of you to enjoy as well. But singing with my girls brings me joy. I taught my girls how to sing since they were able to speak. I taught them harmony, so I've been their vocal coach from day one, and I've worked with them since they were very little, and we have performed at Arthritis Foundation charity events, and it's and at church, of course, and for all of you, and it's just been so rewarding and so beautiful to do that with my girls. Other memories with my girls that are so beautiful is just the moments that we have laughed and we hang out and we talk, and we've even had some of those moments caught on video with my family. Just some really sweet, fun moments. So they're some of my favorites. But some of my most favorite memories is with my girls is going to Capitol Hill, going to DC and speaking on Capitol Hill and sharing our story on behalf of the Arthritis Foundation. We have done this several times, and it is such a powerful experience and a moving experience to be able to witness my girls as little girls going to speak with their congressmen and women, their state legislators, and sharing with them their story. Because I've taught my daughters that your story is powerful and your voice is your superpower, and your voice can truly make a difference. And to see them right there in the room with their congressmen and women, sharing their personal stories of living with juvenile arthritis. My girls were diagnosed at 3 and 5 years old with juvenile arthritis, and they still live with it to this day. But I remember this one day, the first time we went and we were able to share our story, I just started sobbing when we got out of there. I was crying. I was so emotional because it was such an amazing experience to witness my daughters using their superpower to bring forth change in this world, and to have such a really loud voice to make change. And that made me so proud as a mom that I was able to witness that moment with them, our family. But we've been on the cover of Arthritis Today magazine, and I have a video on my channel where the girls go to Barnes & Noble bookstore and they find their magazine on the shelf, and they're on the cover. They're wearing these really beautiful turquoise, like teal green, like dresses, and I'm in a bright canary yellow outfit. And I can still imagine, I didn't see the photo, but I was there for it, and I just remember what that looked like. It was so beautiful. We're on the cover there, so you can see that if you go to just search for Joy Ross Arthritis Today. And then we were also in the centerfold of Real Simple magazine in 2014. That Arthritis Today was 2015, and Real Simple is 2014. We were in the centerfold, the girls and me and my first guide dog, Antonia, along with 3 other moms and their children and their guide dogs. And there was a big story called The Intrepid. You can look that up, called The Intrepid, and it shares our story as being blind moms, having guide dogs, and living our life with purpose. So it was a really cool experience, the photo shoot for the magazine. They flew out from New York. It was a guy named Peter Haypak, and he was from Hungary. And he's photographed the biggest stars you can imagine, and for Time magazine. And he did our photo shoot that day. And after the photo shoot was done, and the girls were so beautiful in these red like sweater dresses that had some sequins on it, and they had like the poofy skirts that I matched my girls to, like tulle skirts. And so anyway, they looked so beautiful. Oh my goodness. After it was all said and done, I told Peter, the photographer, I said, you won't have to worry about red eye with me because my eyes are fake. And he was like, what? And so I popped out my eye for him, and he was just like, what? That's amazing. He goes, can I photograph you like that? And I go, yeah. And so I'm posing with my one eye in my hand, the other eye in my eye, and I'm in this beautiful, like fitted black, tight fitted mock neck, long sleeve sweater dress with tights and high suede high heel boots, and a red lip, and my hair was curled and down, and I was like posing like all confidently, just as if I had both eyes in, and then I ended up taking the other one out, and I had them both in my hands, and so then I'm taking photos with no eyes in at all. So that was just a really amazing moment. But yeah, so for me, with my girls, those are some of the most amazing memories. But today, my girls, y'all, don't see them on my channel, and that's because they want to remain private. They are adults now. My girls are 19 and 22, and actually almost 22, which is crazy that I have that older children. I still sometimes feel like I'm that, that young 20-year-old girl still. But yeah, so my girls are doing really well in life. They just don't want to be in front of the camera anymore. And I respect that, but they're doing really well. And now Isabella is going to cosmetology school to get her license in hair, skin, and nails. And she's just rocking it out and just doing amazing. She actually cut my hair recently, and she is just so good, so sweet, so talented. And then Georgiana, again, she is just like her sister, so sweet, so talented, so amazing. And she is now a vocal coach for School of Rock. Isn't that amazing? She's using her talent now, just like Mama, what I did. Now she's a vocal coach at the School of Rock in our area. And so she's going to be a vocal coach. She's a vocal coach now. She just got her job, and she's going to be starting now to teach kids and how to sing. And I am such a proud mama for both of my girls. They are both following their passion, and they are living life with confidence and joy, and they're just thriving in life. And I am so proud that they're my babies, because no matter how old they get, they will always be my babies, my beautiful little girls. And I'm excited to see where they go from here. But my adult memories with them, like, as they've been older, is just talking, hanging out, staying up late at night, just spending time with them, quality time, and talking, giving them massages. My oldest daughter loves her massages from Mommy, and just talking late at night and to the wee hours of the morning, and laughing and just having a blast. And we have a really good open relationship, and I'm so honored and so blessed to have my girls and to have them as my truly my angels on earth. I wouldn't be who I am without them. And finally, number 10 is I'm trying to get them right. Yeah, number 10 is my future goals and dreams. I have a lot of dreams for my life without eyesight, but my life is full of so much purpose, and I'm on that journey to finding my purpose and to fulfilling my purpose in my life. And I'm about to take the next step here in getting a guide dog. So that's my most recent goal. This the one right in hand's reach is getting a guide dog. I'm about to leave to go to training to get O&M skills so I can get approved for my guide dog, and then to go on that journey to finding the perfect angel that's right and meant for me. That is my first goal right now I'm working towards. We're always working towards I'm always working towards growing my platform, reaching my audiences with my voice, with my heart, with my story. All of you mean so much to me, and across all my platforms, every one of you who follow me and who support me, you're so important to me. And my heart's goal is to live to make a difference. One of my dreams is to one day write a book. I have so many stories, as you can tell if you listen to my video today. I have so many stories to share and so many amazing moments to share, and my goal is to be able to share those in a way that truly can change lives and bring hope to where hope is lost. I want to bring joy to this world, and I want to do it through the eyes of my heart, through sharing with you in my ups and my downs. And I want this platform to grow. That's my dream, is to allow for God to allow this platform to grow so I can reach more people. And it's not for fame, it's not for fortune. I don't want to become famous because, yay, to glorify Joy. Joy's so great. I want to grow this platform so I can literally make a difference. I just want to leave an impact. I want to leave an imprint in this world. I want, when I'm gone from this world, I want people to look back and I want them to say, wow, Joy truly made a difference. She made a way for change. And that's what I want people to get from my story, is that, you know, when I was hopeless, I found hope. I never gave up. I kept determined. I kept being determined and persevering and fighting the fight, you know, of faith, of hope, of joy, of love. I am fighting for all of those things in my life, and I'm fighting to bring that to as many of you who can hear my voice. I want to truly bring you all the joy, the love that I have in my heart, and to make a difference in the biggest and most beautiful, brightest way possible. So that is my goal. That is my dream. You know, one day it would be amazing to be able to be on, you know, media, on talk shows, on TV. I really long to use my voice in a great way to leave a greater impact on this world. All right, you guys, there you go. A long video, a lot of information about me, but I hope you enjoyed it. But anyway, thank y'all for staying with me and watching. And then until next time, you guys, it's amazing. It's getting good. It's about to get even better. There's some great things coming, so you'll want to subscribe to my channel and follow me, and yeah, turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I post and upload and go live. I'm going to be doing some live videos coming soon, so stay tuned. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. All right, love you guys. All right, bye. Mwah.